Hello everyone. How is everyone doing? Good morning. Oh, hi Ludwig. How are you doing? Thank you for popping in. Even though I was probably too late to catch you still here. Oh well, I just went live and then I went to post my going live tweet. But yeah. But yeah, today we'll be playing some more Imperator because yeah, I was gonna play some Stardew Valley, but then I remembered that our borders with Carthage were ugly as fuck, so I'm coming in to fix them. But yeah, that's our plan for today, is to fix our. Okay, hold on. Maybe if I pull up the game, it's easier. Our plan for today: expand into Hispania and Gaul. Maybe kick some Greek ass and clean up the borders in Africa. Okay, hold on. Okay. Okay, yeah, we want to fix this, whatever the hell this is. I hate it. I do not want to keep looking at it, so I want. We want to conquer Hispania. It shouldn't be too difficult. It's not a bunch of little tribes, it's a couple big ones. So it shouldn't be too difficult to unify them. And then maybe go into like certain Gaul. Okay, we want to get rid of these guys, except they're allied with Macedon. So we'll probably have a big Greek war coming in the future. But yeah, those are the plans. Conquer here, ally with these guys. But I'm still technically too far away from them. But yeah, it's kind of difficult because like the Egyptians are allied with these guys, the Greeks are allied with these guys. So like whatever we want to expand, like beyond this line, we go into war with one of them at least. But well, it should be fine. Also, if we... Okay, or... Yeah. So if we declare war on someone that these guys are allied to, we should be able to go to war with them without bringing Macedon. Is the only thing I can think of, really. Yeah, but yeah, okay, that's the plan. We'll see how the plan goes. Okay, is anything collapsing? It seems like a lot of things are collapsing. Okay, oh, that tiny province might revolt. Our war exhaustion is insane. Okay. Children power, aggressive expansion. Okay. Yeah, we definitely also need to reduce our aggressive expansion. So I guess for a while we can't really declare war on anyone. Why the fuck did he just crash? What? An error has occurred. What? Why? Okay. Why would you crash? What the fuck? Okay. An error occurred while launching the game. Okay. Hello? What the hell would you crash? What? The hell even happened? It didn't even do anything. I literally did nothing. I didn't even move a single army or made a single decision. What the hell? I also don't even have that many mods active, I think. Yeah, don't. Oh well. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing better than the game is doing, because because the game does not seem to be doing very well at all. I also had my hand in front of the camera. What the hell? Okay, so putting up. Putting up again. Okay. Okay, it's open. Are you gonna crash again? Let me see. Yep. Why? uh, okay. Why though? Hmm. That's annoying. Hmm. I really felt like playing Imperator though. Let me see if I can fix whatever is causing the game to crash. It could be because of the huge amount of boats that we have building. So maybe if we cancel those boats, maybe. Also, don't worry about my cough. I still have a cough, but but I'll be fine probably. I have my bottled water for whenever my throat starts hurting. Because yeah, that's the weird part. Like I have a cough, but I don't even like my throat doesn't even hurt. I don't even feel sick. But oh well. that's just how the human body is sometimes. Okay, I'm in the game. Okay. Ships building. Okay. Let's bring you in. Let's bring you guys here. Just so you don't get too bored. Okay. Come on. Okay. Is that it? Did that fix it? Nope. Okay, then I guess I have absolutely no idea what is causing the crash. Oh man, that's disappointing. Well, I guess we're gonna play something else. I mean, I guess I could start a new save file. Oh, hello, Elisnia. How are you doing? Oh, damn, you came in just in time to see that the game is crashing. Oh, you're back. Yeah. Guess we're gonna play Genshin. Screw it. Hello. How was your stream? I saw you're playing Reverse 1999 again. Is the game fun? I don't think I've ever seen anyone else play it besides you wishing a little bit on it. So we're jumping into Genshin. There we go. That's the stream title. No. Genshin. Ta-da! Nope. Did you not update the game? No. Okay. Genshin. Genshin Impact. There we go. And it's cards. I know it's smart, but it's fun. Yeah, you are. You're smart enough to figure everything out. I'm sure you are. I believe in you. Okay, hold on. Just need to log in. I should fix the audio. Game sound. Genshin Impact. There we go. It's very quiet right now, but don't worry about it. That's just how I play the game, like unironically. Like when I play the game by myself, I play with this sound volume. I know I'm weird, but don't worry about it. Okay, I don't even have any idea what we're gonna do in Genshin. Maybe Furina story quest? Probably. Okay. Should be enough, right? Yeah. Do I have to change anything else? Just increase the audio, I think. Also, I didn't even expect you to stream today, Elysian. I thought you weren't gonna stream. I see you found the follower emotes. Yeah. In the about section, I actually have the emotes displayed. I think probably if it's still working, which I hope it is. Okay. There we go. But there's actual game volume. Yep. Just have to fiddle with OBS a little bit more. Choose this. Should be fine, right? Okay, yeah, this should be fine. Okay. Okay. How about we do our commissions first? Nah, that's boring. I want to do Furina's request because she keeps blocking my Adventurers Guild, so I want her out of there. Actually, wait, have I already talked to her? No, I didn't, I think. Right? Yeah, it works just fine. Okay. Yeah, no, she is still there. Okay. So it is little Oshini, right? No? Yes? Probably is. Oh yeah, ask about Furina's disposition. Yeah, it is. Okay.
Did Catherine really give us the right address?
Suddenly daytime.
She lives here? Not that there's anything wrong with this place. It's just a bit of a step down from the Palais Marmonia.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't an earshot when you're denigrating their abode.
Man, she already sounds depressed. What the hell?
Okay, when did Poppy Got a Thin Air become all the rage? First Catherine and now you?
I thought she'd be happier
on a
about not
shopping
being
trip.
Archon anymore.
I ran out of macaroni, so I went to grab a few more bags. I used to have a much wider range of choices when it came to food. But now I'm finding that simple, traditional home cooking can be quite delicious too. Not at all. As long as you have different kinds of sauces in, you can have macaroni and tomato sauce one week, macaroni and bolognese the next.
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
Okay, so she just went full college
Questioning my
student.
cooking skills. The audacity. It's not like I have a very eventful life these days. Actually, I barely leave the house. So I don't see how it's unusual that my meals are a little simpler now too. Besides, I'm sure I could master dishes like la lettre focilor or blubber profiteroles in no time, if I felt so inclined.
Ah, there it is. You don't know how to cook.
Man, I'm actually gonna make
Not
profit
yet,
rolls
maybe,
a
but
couple days from now.
Anyway, what
They're so
are
good.
you even doing here?
I'm not
I
sure
do
about
hope you
blubber
didn't come here
profit
just
rolls,
to
but
ogle at my fall
normal
from grace.
human profit rolls
Let
are
me
pretty good.
first be clear that
I mean,
I'm
not
not taking
human.
guests
You know,
at
I
this
don't put
time.
like human blood
So
in them.
if you're just here to clown
that you know
around,
of.
then please
But,
be
they
on
are
your
pretty
way.
good.
Shoot.
Sorry, we're sorry. Please don't
Yeah,
do that.
officially I'm not a cannibal, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's my official
What the
stance on
camera
that.
said. Emma wasn't trying to make fun of you. Hang on a sec. You weren't exactly holding back either.
Actually, I've heard very conflicting accounts of what human meat is supposed to taste like. But that's a topic for another time, maybe. Wait, we actually came here to ask for your
My
help.
help?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you're forgetting that I'm no longer the mighty Hydro Archon. I don't even have a vision, you know.
No,
Don't
wait, she
worry,
doesn't?
It's nothing that
Oh yeah, she
serious.
doesn't.
It's just very specific, and you're the one with the power to help.
Oh? Well, if that's the case, then fine. I'll spare you the lecture about your attitude just now.
Wait, so we're actually
So
gonna
tell
see
me,
her gaining the vision?
What specifically makes this matter so specific? I see. I knew you couldn't have come all this way just to amuse yourselves at my expense. After all, I was once the brightest star in all of Fontaine, well versed in all the various performing arts. A mere musical is well within my capabilities. But given the present circumstances, I'm afraid I must regretfully decline your casting
Oh yeah,
request.
she probably just wants to chill out and not have to
This would be a breeze
not have to
for
put up
you.
another performance for a while.
True, but I have made a decision
Yeah,
to
yeah.
retire from the stage. Although I am no longer required to play the role of the Hydro Archon, The time I spent inhabiting that character has left an indelible mark on me. Centuries of pretending to be a different person changes you completely. I'm not the same person I once was. Of course, that can't be undone now. It's too late.
You know, it's
and
kind
I
of
have
fun how
no
she is
intention
literally
of
just
reinventing
official,
myself
except
all
the other
over
way
again.
around.
But at least I can say
Instead
that I
of
no
being
longer
delusional
desire to
and
play
pretending to be
any
someone
new
else,
roles.
she's pretending to be someone else and becomes delusional because of it.
Paimon can understand, but this is just a one-off part to fill in for someone who's sick. Surely that's okay.
Whether it's a one-off or not, it's a boundary that I've committed to no longer cross. If I make an exception to the rule now, I'm just leaving a back door for myself, which would be the same as not having a boundary in the first place. So I'm not going to perform, and that is that.
Okay,
Yep,
guess
sounds
there's
fair.
no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we can
So I
do to
wonder
help
how
out
we're
the
gonna
troupe?
convince her.
Otherwise, they'll just have to disband without any fanfare. Do you know any other actors who might be interested in the role?
Nope.
Short and to the point. Okay.
I've never been great at maintaining relationships. Besides, anyone I've ever worked with probably couldn't wait to get rid of me. Since I'm just an ordinary person now, they'll probably just laugh in my face if I go asking them for help.
Yeah, they wouldn't
True,
hate her.
but I mean, could you even blame them? I show up out of the blue, begging and groveling for their help with a show they won't even get paid for? Ooh, no way. I'm dying from embarrassment just thinking about it. Nope, not happening.
Well, is there anything else we can do? This performance really
Yeah, it's
means
fun
a
how
lot
Furina
to the guy we're
sets-
working for.
Not really being an Archon.
Have I not made myself
It's still more
clear?
of an Archon than like
You're barking
3
up
of
the
the other
wrong
4
tree.
Archons.
I don't want this job,
Right?
nor do I know of
'Cause I
anyone
think-
else who would.
I think besides
Sorry. I didn't
Like,
mean for that to sound so harsh.
Nahida,
I
she's
wish I could
the
help,
only other
really. But
who does
if I
actual
thought I
Archon
had
things,
the
right?
answer to this problem, I would have said so by now.
It's like
all
Venti
right, Furina.
only shows
Paimon
up
just
when
wanted to make sure we
things are
tried everything.
basically
Oh, everyone in the
like,
troupe will be so
going-
disappointed.
okay. Venti only shows up when
Yeah,
things
I guess that's
literally
all we
cannot be
can do
fixed by
now.
anyone else. He only
Alright,
shows up
then, we'll see you
if he
later,
has to,
Furina.
and even then, it's like a coin toss of whether he shows up or not.
You too. I'm going home
Jean-Louis,
to take a rest
like
now.
that dude is retired. Like he does not care anymore. Like he cares, but he is not going to do anything unless like literally nobody else can do it, right? It's like kind of the same as Venti. She literally actively damaged her nation
It's too
for
bad,
like
but we
centuries.
have to respect Furina's
So
decision.
maybe it would be best if she wasn't even there to
Even the thought
begin
of
with.
performing brings up too
Meanwhile,
many painful
Nahida
memories
is
now.
pretty much the only other one who actually cared about her people. Except she was like imprisoned, so it's not like she could do much.
What's going on? Are they arguing?
And like, yeah, Furina wasn't really the Archon
That's
ever,
besides the
but
point. I'll ask you
but
again.
at least she did Archon
Why
things.
did you start
right?
looking for a
Like
replacement
she had no
without
power
my
and
consent?
she was still trying to save the
When
nation.
did I tell you I'm going to take a step back?
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other for how long now? We know the signs. But you never tell us about your illness, even when it's clearly flaring up.
And that gives you the right to make a decision on my behalf?
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
She believes that she's healthy enough to perform. Excuse me, but can you both take a moment to discuss something else for now? The adventurer assigned to your commission has returned.
Sorry, I was just dealing with a little misunderstanding. So, how did your conversation with Furina go?
Sadly, it's a no from her. We tried to persuade her, but she wasn't having it. She doesn't want to play the role for personal reasons.
I see. Well, circumstances have changed a little, so maybe that's not such bad news after all. You see, our leading lady has just informed me that she's well enough to make it to the show after all. Staging the musical with the full original cast was always the dream, of course.
Okay.
Right! Sounds like everything worked
That's
itself
weird.
out then. Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding of a lifetime.
Jeez, is Lady Furina really so harsh with people?
Only joking, calm down. So, guess we can consider this case closed now, huh? Despite the fact that we failed to complete the commission, we were still racking our brains for ideas on the way back here.
I mean, we didn't complete the commission, but because there was no longer any commission to complete, right?
There's no point arguing with you about this anymore. You've made yourself very clear, so I'll stop looking for a replacement. This is the last chance we have, though. If your illness flares up again, there won't be time to find anyone to replace you. So, are you absolutely sure you'll be able to handle it? The whole team is putting everything they have into this final performance. We have to make sure it goes ahead.
Yes, I'm completely confident. I've been taking a new medication from the doctor, and it's working brilliantly. I'll definitely be able to tough it out until the performance day. I share
Yeah, I'm
everyone's
guessing that
desire
right
to
before the
commemorate all our years as a
performance day,
troupe
she's
with
going
a
to
proper
flare up.
farewell show. So the last thing I want is to be left out. Every one of us thinks
Is
of
it?
this
Okay,
troupe
so I
as
guess
their
that's
home, myself
this
included.
quest's Chekhov's
You're
gun.
right. I'm sorry. I let
But,
myself get too worried
let's see,
about the
we'll
show.
see when it goes off.
I should have asked for your permission first.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
No.
Hey, how did you... I was just passing by because I realized I forgot a couple of items on my shopping list. All right, I'm coming. No need to drag me. Hello, one and all. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation just now.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing here?
I was just ever so slightly concerned about the situation you mentioned. Yes, a teensy bit concerned, that's all. When you came to talk with me earlier, I jumped right to explaining my position and said some strongly worded things. And all before I even had a full grasp of the situation. Anyway, I just feel a bit bad about how it went down. I'm sorry, Paimon.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take any of that personally.
You
Okay,
really
so I guess you
have a
came
knack for
to
asking the
apologize?
most uncomfortable questions, don't you? I felt very sheepish, having had a change of heart after flatly refusing you.
Okay,
And then
okay.
to make matters
But,
worse, you caught me.
It's gonna be the
in
battle
any
of
case,
this
it
thing.
sounds like the issue has
Yeah.
already been resolved.
Because every single
Yeah.
character request
When they said
has
they
a
were going to ask for
battle
your
for us
help,
to try
I
out
almost had a
character.
heart attack. I mean, how could we be worthy of having Lady Furina star in our show?
There's no need to think like that, and no need to keep addressing me as lady. Just Furina is fine. I was wondering if
Right,
this
because everyone
troop
in
is so
Fontaine should
important to
know
all
that
of you, why
even though
does it have
Furina
to disband?
was
If the
pretending to be the
difficulties are
Archon,
purely
that she was
financial, then there
still
must be a solution.
trying to save
you
everyone,
could put
right?
the shows on pause while you look for a sponsor, for instance. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure if you keep chipping away, you'll find a way through.
We all want to believe that, but some things are just beyond our control. Everything's been going downhill ever since we lost our director. She
Or maybe
was the
most people
heart
just
and
know
soul of our
that
troupe.
she isn't
She kept us
the
going.
Archon anymore. I don't
Her
know
name
why
was
or
Aurelie,
how.
and she was the
I
founder
wouldn't put
as
it
well
past
as
them.
the artistic director of our troupe. And tragically, she was a victim in the serial disappearances case.
What?
No, huh.
That's actually
Interesting.
how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the true culprit was brought to justice. But still, no sentence can bring our director back to us.
She was a loyal fan of your performances, Miss Furina. They were what first inspired her to get into musical theater. She rallied many people around her who were destitute or had lost their sense of purpose in life, and convinced them to join her troupe. She wrote her own scripts, acted on stage, and mentored each and every one of us. People loved our performances back then.
So,
We seemed to be going from strength to strength.
okay.
Things were really looking up for us.
And then she
And then
got
disaster
disappeared
struck.
by the
Yeah.
water. Okay.
After that, the entire troupe fell into disarray. None of us know anything about script writing, let alone how to handle the business side of things. We've been doing the best we can, but despite our efforts, things are slowly but surely falling apart. It's agonizing, but ultimately, we'd rather end things now on our own terms than stick it out to the bitter end and watch all our dreams turn to dust.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Oh.
What a terrible waste. A gifted artist from humble beginnings who achieved so much and no doubt had much more to give. And then her life was so cruelly taken. I suppose it's fair to say then that this final show, besides being your farewell to the stage, is also your final gift for her?
Yes, exactly. We all miss her terribly.
Well, good thing I followed the traveler here. After hearing this tragic tale, I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Okay, yeah, so she
Furina.
really doesn't have a vision.
I know what you're thinking.
Because I think the vision is
but
supposed
I
to
by
be
no
here,
means plan
right?
to cross the boundary I've set for myself. Besides,
They
they're no
keep
longer
looking at her
for a
model,
replacement
thinking
anyway.
like, okay, where's the
I
vision
can,
supposed to
however,
be? Yeah, it's
provide
that,
some
it's that,
artistic guidance from
gem
the
at the
vantage point
front.
of a highly experienced audience member. But only if you feel this is something that would help, of course.
Oh, most definitely. We'll take any guidance that you can give.
We unfortunately don't have any budget for a consultant, though. Will that be a problem?
I don't need any compensation. All I'd ask in return, if you're willing, is that you tell me some more about the life and work of your late director. Something I've begun to realize since my departure from the Opera Epiclese is that there's a lot you don't see when you observe everything from on high. The law only judges criminal behavior and does not weigh human emotion. The court's verdict can settle the question of criminal liability, but what about all the unresolved emotions of the parties involved? What happens to them? An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple, how this troupe pines for their late director. Things such as this I have never witnessed before, and so I should like to observe, perchance to understand.
Still a fan of your old dramatic monologues then, huh?
I mean, she
You
is
just wanna get
500
back
years
in on
old,
the
right?
action, don't you?
She should be
No,
around the
this is a completely
same
different
age as
situation.
Nahida, right?
Pearls before swine.
The name's not Swine, it's Paimon!
Would you be willing to join me?
She's also been
Come on, take a break from it.
Thank
an
you all
Archon
so
for about
much.
as long as
Our
A,
director
right?
was a huge fan of Miss Furina's performances.
The only difference
As,
is
of
that
course,
A
we all are.
was
All right, follow me. We'll
was
go
already
to our
a
usual
goddess
practice
before
space.
before
Please
becoming an
excuse
Archon.
the size. It's a little on the smaller side.
Okay. Choo-choo. Yep, through here. Okay. I wonder if this quest's battle will actually be like a stage performance. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not actually fighting, you're like performing against, I don't know, against actors maybe? Yo, in here? Okay, okay. Also, it's been a while since we fought it against any Millilith, right? I know this is a very random topic to bring up, but I remember, like, I remember fighting Millilith every once in a while, and I just go, huh,
What's Lady
that really
Furina
was a waste
doing
of a
here?
model, right? Because there was even like the
Hello.
regular
Allow me
base
to
soldiers and
explain.
like the captain or the
As of
sergeant or
today,
whatever.
Lady Miss Furina will be supporting our production of The Little Oceanid in the role of artistic consultant. These two over here are the ones that made it possible. They kindly reached out to Miss Furina
Actually, I guess
on
there
our
are
behalf. I'm sure they need no
some instances of the same happening over in Inazuma, right?
century.
You helped bring our director's murderer to justice. We can't thank you enough.
Oh, please don't mention it. We're just here to join in on the fun.
So, you were saying The Little Oceanid?
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished script left behind by our director. One of our greatest regrets is that she never got to complete it. So, if we can bring it to the stage and make it a successful show, we can all take some solace in that.
Wait, but if it's not finished, then...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front trying to realize this dream. Anyway, let me give you a quick summary of what the story's all about. The protagonist of the story is a young Oceanid who transforms herself into human form, despite the protests of her family. She longed to live just like any other human. And sure enough, she found friendship and even love. Everything seemed perfect. But one day, her true identity was exposed, and her world came crashing down around her.
I'm gonna
So
guess that's where the
far,
story
so
ends.
Good. A classic tale. What happened after that?
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. Unfortunately,
Yep.
this was as far as the director got with her script. We need a proper ending so we can bring this musical to the stage. But people have different opinions on which direction to take it in.
We still haven't decided between a happy ending or a true-to-life tragedy.
By true to life, you mean the director's sudden disappearance?
Yeah, like they say, truth is stranger than fiction. But then there's the question of whether we really want to use the stage to pass our raw pain onto the audience.
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. We have to consider their emotional stake in this, not just our own. And one last thing. We're still waiting on confirmation from two of our main actors. The first is Paulo.
So these guys don't
who
even
plays
have all the
protagonist's
actors
lover.
ready.
He's locked himself away to focus on writing an ending for the script. But the
So wait,
deadline's
they
passed, and
don't have a
we
story,
still haven't heard from him.
or they don't have
The
all of
other
the
is
story.
Vilmont,
They don't have all
who
of the
plays the main
actors.
antagonist.
They even have.
He took the
I mean,
director's
they're
death
not gonna have
pretty
all of the
hard.
props if not
Hasn't
all
set
of the
foot in the
story has
city
been
since.
finished.
He did write
They
to
already
us,
have a date
promising
set
that he'll be
for-
there for the final
for the
performance.
performance?
But we haven't seen or heard from him since. So we're not really sure what to make of that.
Although, now that we have Miss Furina helping us, maybe we should take the opportunity to get everyone back together.
What opportunity? What do you mean?
Maybe you're unaware, but your name has always been like a rallying cry for us.
Our director was constantly singing your praises. All of us look up to you as a role model.
Oh, stop! You're making me all flustered. Although, not in a bad way. I suspect the reason they're dragging their feet is that they have their doubts about whether the show will really
Yeah,
go ahead,
that's-
considering all the
that's
issues we've been
fair.
facing. But one by one, all the obstacles are being removed. Now is the time to rally the troops.
Makes sense. Okay, priority number 1, let's check in with Paulo and see where he's at with the ending. He went back to Poisson a few days ago, said that staying in a friend's home might help him to relax and escape
Okay,
the
so
feeling of
looks
isolation.
like we're gonna go
I
grab
thought the
two
last
dudes.
thing his friend would want right now would be to take visitors, given that Poisson was flooded not too long ago. But I guess it's the opposite. A friend in need and all that.
Yeah, maybe he could use some company.
Poisson?
Oh, right.
Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable if we are to restore his faith in the show. So allons-y. To Poisson!
Allons-y. Let's go. It's cute how she uses like French sentences and words sometimes. Okay, so to Poisson, I guess? Oh, am I not even following that? It's currently involved. What do you mean? Oh, god damn it. Okay, so the location is already... Really? Can't I cancel this one? God damn it. Hello, Tunskin. How are you doing? Welcome. We were gonna play Imperator, but don't worry about it. the game kept crashing, so now we're gonna play Genshin. Oh, it looks like I have a dog with me now. Dog, come here. Not a Tunskin doggy, just an actual dog. Hello, dog.
Osmanthus wine tastes the same
There,
as I remember.
you get some kisses. No, don't lick my hands while I'm playing, okay? Got laundry done, so I'm doing into the New Year's, everything clean. I'm very drunk soon. Yep, that's basically every New Year's, right? or at least it should be.
Boss,
Nothing
you're
left
back.
to clean.
Traveler and
Except-
Paimon.
except your stomach.
Welcome back to Poisson.
Oh, hey! Fancy seeing you again, Florent. Is it your turn to take care of Navia now?
Hey, I can totally take care of myself.
Do we know this guy?
For the time being, I'll go around without any attendance. We did hand over some of Malus's old responsibilities to Florent.
Alright, don't
though.
worry about this. This
It's been really
isn't
nice to have
Furina's
him around to
side
help
quest.
out.
It's Navia's. But,
Thank you for the compliment, boss.
it should be fine.
As
We're
you
just
see,
gonna
I've
advance
been
it
working
until
closely
we,
with the boss on
until we can
rebuilding
advance Furina's
Poisson.
again.
Mr. Malus was an extremely capable and respected member of the Spina. I've got some really big shoes to fill.
All right. There's no need to be so formal. Everyone's practically old friends by now. Were you waiting here for me? Did we manage to make any progress on the statue?
Yeah, we contacted a sculptor about the job, but they can't get started on sourcing a correctly sized block without knowing the design that we want to use first.
You're commissioning a statue?
So basically, we've been meaning to commission a statue of my parents in commemoration of everything they've done for the Spina and the town of Poisson. But since my father was known as Cabot, now that
let's
his
give
name has been
some
cleared,
dialogue.
and the town...
The funds to build the
This is gonna be
statue
way
were
too long.
freely...
Me? I'm just the
Come
newly
on.
president that's running
Don't care
around
about
and
Navia.
causing
I want to
everyone
advance
trouble.
Furina's story quest.
Hey, there's no need to be so humble.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Hey, just... Anyway,
Man,
Florent...
she laughs a lot.
But we haven't had any real discussions
sounds
yet on
like
the
me.
possible designs. I feel like
There's no... Hey, you! Come over here with me. Modeling a few poses of... Didn't you say on the boat, Florent?
You've got it, boss.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? Got any ideas? Well, I've actually discussed, so I want to pick your brain for a bit.
I'm all good here, boss. Feel free to start posing whenever.
Imposing, huh? Oh, I've got it. Let's try this.
This pose. It makes me
But if we were to stick...
Well, tabloids did indeed speculate as much back at...
Oh, Paimon!
Come on.
Right, though, that this may not
We're gonna go
accurately
back to
represent
Furina's
the
story
image
quest.
of her in our hearts. Let's try to come up with something else. By that, do you mean as if we were standing on a boat and looking out at the sea? Sure, let's give that a try.
Whoa, you really remind Paimon... Look over there, my dear Clementine. As you can see,
But there's something off with the composition. This pose makes Mr. Callus look too tall next to the lady.
Oh, I see what you mean. Then let's swap.
Well, Paimon is a fan. A statue like this would look...
Wait, But we can't do that. Very few people would see the statue.
But then, since we're putting it in the town...
Oh, okay. We'll try to think of something else.
Would the purpose of the statue be lost if you put it in the town?
Something like
Can't you just put
we
it
were
by
laughing
the
together
seaside
at a funny
in the
joke?
town?
Would all that be...
Would we even be able to tell what they are saying?
Yeah, and that'd probably be a mess.
Could one... that...
Okay, so I guess none of the poses work. Okay, come on.
Oh,
Let's
don't
go back to
worry.
Furina's story quest.
Man, if I... Oh, outfits! Oh,
Paimon remembers her. She was the one that we met.
yes, that's exactly who I'm talking about. I said that it's fine, but I got...
Don't worry, boss. I can send some...
On the matter of this...
We could have just done that from the start. Yeah, you're right.
Navia! Florent, guess who's back?
Huh?
Oh, well, if it isn't Coulter. Back already from the Fortress of Meripede?
That's right.
What's wrong, Doug?
After I got out, I immediately made a beeline back to Poisson. You could say that familiar briny smell became a primal call, urging me to forget everything else and just come back home. You wouldn't believe how much I've missed Melissa's grilled fish. I dreamed about it every time I had to get a welfare meal down there underneath the sea.
It's good to have you back.
And...
Let me introduce you. This is Bud.
Wait, Mr.
Have you not heard anything?
Well, I know that Fontaine got...
First things first.
Oh, nice to meet...
Go on, this is Victor talking.
Humble again.
Nice. Speaking of... Oh, that room...
Coulter.
They lost their lives, keeping me safe during the flood.
Not
What
even.
did you say? This isn't some kind of morbid welcome home prank, right? You're just scaring me.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth.
Luce and Melissa. Dead. Luce. I was
Malus and Coulter were...
Oh, finally? Okay, good. Can we go back to... Nope. Oh, god damn it. Come on, why can't I pause this quest? Oh, oh well. Okay, well, I guess we might as well do Navia's? Probably. Unless the quest takes me out of Poisson, then let's Furina's story quest advance, just to come back into Poisson and be blocked by Furina's story quest. Which, for some reason, I feel like that is what is going to happen.
It all really happened. Has the world gone mad?
I think you and I both feel the same way about the profound tragedy of Melusa's loss.
Yeah, I feel like that's what's gonna happen, isn't it?
The sheer depravity of Marcel's actions.
I thought Mr. Marcel would always stand by the Spina. Everything he had, the Spina gave to him. It's unconscionable to have received all that, and yet still plot to kidnap and dissolve you for his insane research.
The good news is that the Confrérie of Cabriere is no more. Gone with them too is the entire synth manufacturing and distribution network. We finally closed the curtain on that long struggle.
Are you sure? But if Marcel wanted to rebel against us, he probably sent word in secret to Romeu.
Who?
Romu?
Huh. Not a name I've heard before either.
Florent should remember him. You see, there was once a major internal dispute regarding funding the construction of the Aquabus lines. Romeu was the leader of the faction that thought such a vast sum of mora would be better spent improving the town of Poisson. But Mr. Callus believed that an opportunity to collaborate with the Court of Fontaine and the Fontaine Research Institute was hard to come by, and would allow us to build many valuable relationships. Not only would the Aquabus be a good business investment, it would also boost our reputation among the general populace. But the two couldn't come to an agreement. Romeu ended up taking a lot of people with him when he left Spino di Rosula altogether, and the split was on extremely
Okay, so I guess
bad terms.
those are the guys who are gonna fight with
And with
Nadia?
Papa's stubbornness, I can definitely imagine how it must have gone down.
And of course, when he was suffering the slings and arrows of outrageous injustice, those relationships that he spent a fortune to build
No, there's a second
didn't
dog,
help in the
don't worry about
least.
Yeah,
You're not gonna
you
scratch
could
my
say
arm,
it was
right?
the price he paid for sticking to his beliefs.
You're not gonna hurt me, right?
Oh,
Right? You
that's
just
a
want
good
kisses.
point. If Callus was really as stubborn as you say, then wouldn't he have argued with the rank and file all the time?
Oh yeah,
There you go.
it eventually became a thing that just happened on every day that ended with Y. But Navia,
Can't put you in my lap.
I mean,
My lap is
boss,
already occupied by
you
Ninja
might not
Dog.
know this, but he wasn't always like that. He used to be a lot better with taking counsel. With him listening to our advice, and Ms. Clementine also frequently on our side, it was pretty smooth sailing for a good many years. But on the matter of the Aquabus, even Ms. Clementine
Okay, that's
completely
enough.
stood
That's
by
enough.
Mr. Callus's
That's enough.
side.
That's
I never
no,
knew.
that's enough.
But from my perspective,
No, don't
Romeu's
scratch
position
me.
had a lot going for it. Couldn't they have sat down and talked it out?
I think the Aquabus
Okay.
was just the straw that broke the camel's back. On that topic, they eventually came to a rather radical conclusion.
Huh.
They believed that Miss Clementine lost her ability to serve as an impartial mediator when she became pregnant with Callus's child.
So they thought she had betrayed them? But that doesn't make any sense. Before she was their mediator, my mother was also her own person, and a member of the Spina. She should have the right to take any side she wished.
Yeah, but to them, even taking a side was betrayal enough. They felt like their voices could no longer be heard once their sole mediator had gone over to the other side. Of course, Ms. Clementine then passed away, and Mr. Callus began to regard the completion of the Aquabus project as her final wish. With that, the last hope of reconciliation was gone.
So that's what happened.
From that point on, Romeu and his people cut ties with the Spina, and never gave us any kind of professional or personal courtesy ever again. Perhaps they've regarded us as enemies ever since they left. But even so, there is still no proof that they ever acted in concert with Marcel.
I've also heard that they aren't in a good financial position, so they've been lying low for a while. But as long as they exist, they'll continue to be a threat.
I think Coulter's got a point. Both Marcel and Romeu had my father in their sights for a very long time. Even though Marcel's faction has been dissolved, we still don't know anything about Romeu's whereabouts. If they're still trying to get revenge on us, with how distracted and vulnerable we are, now would be the best time.
Good thinking, boss. We should keep an eye on them at all times.
I mean, yeah, they
I'll let
probably
my men
weren't
know
working
right away.
together, but I guess they could, like, take advantage
Thank
of
you
their
for that,
weak position now.
And Coulter,
At least that's
thank
what
you
would
for
make
telling me
sense,
about
right?
this as well.
Just according to the story.
Don't worry, it's
Unless the
nothing.
game just wants to like
you have a moment right
give a
now?
plot twist and go,
How about we go
haha,
out
I was
for a
behind
walk?
this whole time.
I've heard so many incredulous things today. I'm finding
go
it
to the
a
floor.
bit
There you
hard
go.
to calm down even now. I mean, to think
No,
that
you're
I'll
too
just
big.
never
You're
see
too
them
big. I can
again.
put you on my lap.
In that case, why don't we go back to the court? I
My
can
lap
pick
is
up
not
Adele's
big enough
uniform
for
while
you,
we're there
okay?
as well. It'll save
There,
Laurent's
you get
guys
some
a trip.
headbats, but that's it.
Want to come with me again, you two? You don't mind, do you, Coulter?
Of course. That's fine by me.
Then let's go! Paimon
I wonder
feels
if
like a lot
that
hinging
Coulter
on
guy
this
is gonna
vision.
turn out to be a double agent. Or maybe a triple agent. Maybe a triple agent. Ow, no!
We really are the best
No,
of
don't
partners.
scratch
Come
me.
on,
Ow!
let's go.
Ow! Okay, no, I'm just going to ignore you. I think this should be This should be fine, right? I'm just gonna leave my hand alone. I'm trying to play the game. Okay, so I guess I just go up here. Up. Okay. Also, for some reason, I was kind of expecting them to when Fontaine came out.
Are we not taking the boat this
No?
time?
Oh, what do you mean?
It's nice to walk from time to time, isn't it?
Oh, god damn it, I knew that we would be coming back to this quest.
Once we're there,
My
we
hands.
can stay a few days before we return.
Sounds good.
Okay,
I
I
haven't
guess we're
walked
back
this
to
road in a
Furina's
long
story
time.
quest. God damn it. Okay. Okay, let's go. Well, I guess that's good, in a way.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Okay, but Navia is gonna show up?
Who is
that it?
It's me.
I'm not gonna give you
Is the
headbutts.
script ready?
You already got enough.
All the way
No,
here for that?
All right, forget that
leave
for
me
now.
alone.
Just come on out. We've got some great news.
Fine, there you go.
Nice try. Look, just give me some time, okay? I'm just wrapping up this last part of the script. I'll be out once I'm done.
Okay then. Looking forward to your masterpiece.
So, as expected, he's missed the deadline.
Yep, makes
The
sense.
ending is one of the most important parts of the show. Even once he's done, it isn't final until we've all had the chance to read through and make sure we agree on it.
Someone told me they'd just seen
Oh,
you in
there's
Poisson.
Navia.
I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but sure enough, here you are. And Furina, too.
I was wondering if we might run into her.
So, you're here for Paolo? Looks like he could be a while, so feel free to take a stroll around town in the meantime. I've made all the arrangements already.
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Look, I'm not
Thank
gonna
you
put
for
you on
being
my
so
lap, okay?
considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. We'll take
Fine.
that
You
stroll.
wanna come to my lap?
Get
Fine.
over here, you! How oblivious are you?
Okay, come on. Come here. Okay, fine.
How are things in Poisson now?
There you go.
Any better?
There.
Things are on
No,
the mend,
don't.
but it's a slow
Don't give me
process.
kisses. I'm fine.
Some people may never recover
I
from
don't
the
need you to
trauma they
kiss me, okay?
experience.
I'm sorry to hear that.
There you go.
I wish
No,
there
don't
was
lick the
something I
microphone.
could do.
Please.
Okay.
Must our conversations take such a depressing turn every time we meet? We all have painful memories, but we don't
There.
have to let them cloud everything we do. And if you're trying to make a new start, perhaps it's best if you don't bring up the past all the time.
Thank you for your words of comfort.
Why do you
You make a very
don't
good
kiss me.
point. But for now, at least, I think
I
I
don't need
should
kisses,
stay
okay?
with the way I'm feeling for a while longer.
It's okay. Which
Also, I'm not even gonna give you
brings me to
scratches.
why
You're
I'm
already
here.
on my lap. Okay.
I thought you should probably know that not everyone here is ready to forgive and forget after the Hydro Archon's inaction in the face of catastrophe. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the
Man, thankfully I'm
townspeople
not,
that
not
everyone here
wearing
is a member
short
of the theater
sleeves.
troupe,
Otherwise, when she
and that
tried
you
to
are
scratch
just
me,
an actress
it would have really
playing
hurt.
the role of Furina. It's not a perfect solution, but hopefully it means you won't have to lie low while you're here.
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? I am the courageous and considerate
Hey,
president
stop
of Spina di
blocking-
Rosula,
stop blocking my
after all.
camera.
Like my father before me. Anyway, that was all.
Why are you looking
Look
at me like
after
that?
her now.
Just go like this, okay? Got it, Navia. I wasn't paying
Off we
attention.
go, then.
My dog wasn't letting me.
Let's
but
take a look up
that's
there.
fine.
I don't have any friends that I can be frank and honest with, so maybe she's right. You're the closest thing to friends that I have.
What about Nobilet? He's your friend, right? Yeah, I'd say he is.
I'm grateful that Miss Nafia was so understanding. To be perfectly honest, I didn't know if I was ready to meet her. It's always easiest to just run away from your problems. But that never fixes anything. You can't get around the obstacles without facing them.
So that's why you were nervous when they brought up Poisson.
Okay, good. My dog is lying down now. That means I have
Yeah.
almost...
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared of coming back here.
Well,
Still,
I'm not going to be able to move my mouse very
I
much.
felt it was something I had
but,
to do. As I was saying before,
but at least...
I want to see for myself the things that I never could in the past.
But at least she's
I'd
not
be
licking my
overjoyed
face
if
anymore.
the people
So I
here
guess
could find it in their hearts to forgive
fair.
me. But they're more likely to unleash a tirade of vitriol against me, which, of course, I completely understand and accept. Yeah, I can tell people are watching me.
Well, yeah, of course everyone would watch her, right?
I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the gaze of other people, especially when they had suspicion or resentment in their eyes. I guess I wasn't quite ready for this after all.
Ah, poor
I'm
Furina.
surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
I can't let myself see only the things I want to see. How would that make me any different from before?
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? We should have a view of the whole of Poisson from there.
Yeah, so maybe we'll have to rescue Furina. That's going to be the battle. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fun. Okay, so wait, let's... Okay, so it is this gym, okay. Just wanted to make sure.
I'm sorry. You probably just wanted a relaxing stroll, and here I am dumping all this heavy stuff on you.
Nah, it's fine.
We don't mind. It's actually refreshing to see a different side of you.
Yeah.
Great. Well, I appreciate your company, so please don't disappear just yet. I don't know whether you can tell, but the years of suffering and loneliness aren't the only reason I have a hard time facing up to who I used to be. As I stand here by the ship, I can't get the images of the rising water out of my mind. One after another, people were taken by the water. All those treasured lives and memories washed out of existence in an instant. They thought their god would protect them. They had absolute faith that when disaster struck, a divine power would save them from harm. And all the while, I played my part to perfection to convince them that was true. But then the floodwaters finally came, and the Hydro Archon did nothing.
Yeah, that's not
You
cool.
shouldn't look at it like that. You're only doing your duty.
I've had to go through so many moments like that for the sake of protecting the truth. As time went on, it got harder and harder to bear.
She did do a
And I
lot
became more
to save the
lonely and
people.
isolated. Eventually, I realized I had nothing left except the truth. I became terrified of completely failing in my task, and was haunted by the thought of being left all alone, weeping on my throne. Fortunately, we were able to avoid the worst-case scenario thanks to the help of heroic individuals such as yourselves. Everyone rose to their responsibilities, and I finally regained my freedom. But on some level, freedom also means no longer being needed. I have no further use to people.
That's not true either.
Paimon would have never imagined you'd see it that way.
Reward?
Yeah, because
I
she
guess
can
so.
finally be herself, right? Yeah.
Back then, I didn't even dare to dream about having someone to confide in. I was scared of someone recognizing me for who I truly was, and exposing the secret I swore to protect. Believe in the Furina you see on stage. She is the one you can trust. I had to keep all my feelings, all my curiosity about life to myself. No one could be allowed to know. That's what I really meant when I said I'm no good at maintaining relationships.
So that's where you were coming from. Paimon totally thought you were just a bit of a diva at heart.
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. I'm making an effort here. You could at least try to do the same. I do. I once had nothing but the truth, and now I'm finally free to live my own life again. And even though I have no idea where I'm going right now, at least the choice is in my hands. All right, it's about time to head back. Paulo should have finished the ending by now.
Sure. Okay, let's head back and check it out.
Okay, finally. Okay. So I'm guessing he's gonna still go. Oh, it's not finished yet. Right?
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed to be cutting down on fried foods, not wolfing down copious quantities of fish and chips, you know?
Come on. It's not every day we get to dine at Spina di Rosula's expense. Can you believe how generous she is? I'm not about to pass on free food. Anyway, my character doesn't need to be slim and good-looking. That's your job.
Are you kidding me right now? It's not your character's health I'm worried about, it's yours. I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills me to watch you willingly ruin yours by filling yourself up with junk all the time.
Oh no, looks like they're arguing again. We're back! Could you maybe put your differences aside for a moment?
Ah, you're back. We've been enjoying Spina di Rosula's VIP treatment in your stead. Paulo's nearly done. We shouldn't have to wait too much longer.
Great! So you were discussing your characters, right? We heard she's playing the Oceanid who turns into a human girl. What about you?
Me? I'm an Oceanid too.
He was originally supposed to take the form of a crane, but he outgrew that role. Well, the costume at least. So now he's playing the boar instead.
Sorry.
Nah, you don't need to
The boar's
apologize.
not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Oceanid, yes?
That's right. He has some pretty memorable lines too, like when he imparts some solemn words of wisdom to the little Oceanid. If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Wait, that sounds kind of familiar.
It's the most important line in the whole script. I think it's a symbolic statement about our director's life and legacy. She kept quiet about all the trials and tribulations she faced in running our troupe, allowing us to devote ourselves fully to performing. It was only after she was gone that we realized how tough her job really was.
You mentioned earlier that the troupe is like your home.
Yeah. I was born with an incurable illness, and once my family found out it couldn't be treated, they decided they didn't want me anymore. I spent some years taking whatever work I could find and trying to manage my illness with various medicines. But whenever I had a bad flare-up, I'd be lying in an alleyway for days at a time. It was like that until the director found me one day. She told me I had a great voice and asked if I was interested in studying singing from her. I said yes. She took me under her wing, taught me to both sing and act, helped me find Mora for my meds, took care of me when my condition decided to flare up. I know it was all a huge burden on her.
She sounds like a really incredible person.
She really was. She gave everything she had to her troupe and the people in it. All of us were so proud to call her our director. I was a lost child too when she found me. As the child of a murderer, my parents weren't around when I was little, so I got sent to an orphanage. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like, "Come on, you must be pretty tough if you're the son of a murderer." It was just to taunt me, though. I was an easy target, and they knew it. One day, I got beaten up so bad that I just couldn't take it anymore, so I ran away. I lost all faith in humanity by that point. Thought the whole world was out to get me.
Let me guess. Fortunately, the next person you ran into was the director.
Yeah.
Tragic backstories.
For the first time in my life, I was somewhere I felt safe.
Hello.
And I promised myself I'd stay here until the day the group
Welcome
parted
back.
ways.
The day you hoped
I'm
would
not
never
talking
come.
to you, Doug. Don't lick my
How
face
times
again.
change.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here. There's someone I need to introduce you to. This is our new
Yeah, so
artistic
he actually
consultant,
finished the
Miss Furina.
Furina?
That's surprising.
The Furina? Oh my god, how did you manage to wrangle that?
Please, the honor is all mine. I was profoundly
No, don't lick my
moved to hear
hands.
about your troupe and your wonderful director. I just wanted to do something to help.
Same here.
Okay, well, gonna.
Even so,
No,
this
no.
is just...
I'm not gonna get
wow.
us soaked hands.
I'm sorry. I'll try to calm down. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the script, of course. Let me give you a rundown of how the story unfolds in my version of the script. I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. A little Oceanid decides she wants to become a human against the wishes of her family. She finds
Do
love
Oceanids
and
even
friendship in
have
the
family?
bustling city. But then,
It seems like the
disaster
doggo
strikes.
wants to lick you and
The
leave you
people
alone.
start to notice that all the
Oh,
fresh
she
water
does.
in the surrounding
She
area
does,
is
she does.
slowly disappearing.
And
The
whenever
soil is
she hears me
becoming
talking,
arid.
she just
Plants
stares
and
at me.
flowers are withering.
Because she
and the
thinks I'm
people
talking to
begin
her.
to panic.
But I'm not. I'm
The
not
little
talking to you.
Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover decide to do something about it and investigate the truth of the matter
No,
together.
don't click the microphone.
In the
Leave
end,
it alone, okay?
they discover that all the waste and pollution created by humans over the years has caused the fresh water to flee the land, as if driven by a consciousness of its own.
Consciousness? You mean the
No, leave
water
my
is
hand alone.
sentient?
Water as a conscious entity. There's actually quite a few stories that explore this theme.
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately understands how the water is feeling. She then tells her lover about her true identity, as well as the truth behind the crisis. Her lover accepts her for who she is, and works with her to find a way to bring the water back. However, unbeknownst to them, there were some people eavesdropping when she revealed her secret. The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away, and faces the greatest dilemma of her life.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave decision to sacrifice herself to save her lover and the rest of humanity.
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain? Why would she want to save them after that?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover, plus everyone who'd stood up for her.
Through her love for her human partner, she was able
Nope.
to find
Someone
an
is
even
trying to
greater
join me,
love.
but
One that extended
that's
to
not
all
gonna
of
happen.
humanity. Surely the biggest strength of Cleo's character.
There's actually something else that bothers me. You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the director, right? And she never had the chance to become a hero in our world. If we're serious about dedicating this show to her memory, we should make the ending as true to life as possible. What about
Maybe Doug will be
if
heading up on Smart.
the
Alright,
little
thank you.
Oceanid is
Thank you for
hounded
popping
to
in
death
again.
by people who hate her? Her lover makes sure her
Also,
secret never
she's
gets
finally.
out, and humanity
I mean, she's not
continues
really
down
taking
the
a nap.
path
She
to
has her
extinction.
head in a very weird position
sounds like
against my
too
hand.
cruel of an ending
But
to me. And perhaps a little irresponsible to present to the audience.
Okay.
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. Both arbitrary and meaningless. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had instructed us all, somewhat out of the blue, to leave the court of Fontaine and wait for her outside the city. We waited and waited at the rendezvous point, but she never came. By the time we returned to the city, she disappeared without a trace. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. Increasingly, all the signs seemed to point to her being the latest victim in the serial disappearances case.
The director was the kindest soul in the world.
Prudent,
Yet she was senselessly sacrificed for the sake of a so-called experiment by someone who had nothing to do with her at all.
Maybe she really was initiated.
But doesn't the way she suddenly told you to leave the city suggest that maybe she had some sense of what was about to happen? It almost seems as if she was moving you to safety.
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since, but all my efforts so far have turned up nothing. Villemont might know something, but he won't open up to me.
Villemont? The one who's playing the role of the villain?
Yeah. He's been overwhelmed by grief. I think the director's death hit him hardest of all.
Grief? Guilt, more like. Also, I have a hard time imagining that anyone took it harder than me. Because, well, speaking of the play being true to life,
Oh no, he's just gonna pull
I was deeply, madly in love.
I was in love with her,
Aureli.
so I suffered the most.
What? You kept that one quiet.
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more keeping secrets from each other. We'll never be able to agree on the ending if we can't be honest about how we feel. I did tell her how I felt once, but she turned me down pretty much straight away. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters to her, and she'd never considered us as potential romantic partners. Not that it came as a shock or anything.
Well,
It
yeah,
was what I was
pretty
expecting
fair.
to hear. So I told her I'd always be there for the troupe, and I'd always be there for her. I said, maybe one day in the future, when everyone's settled into their own lives and on the up and up, and managing the troupe no longer required her constant attention, well, maybe then she could reconsider what she really wanted in her life. And now, that day will never come.
Oh, Paulo.
So if I'm the one writing this ending, then I'm gonna make sure it does right by Aureli. I won't let anyone get in the way of that.
In that case, you have to straighten things out with Villemont once and for all, face to face. We've all had our differences of opinion over the ending, but those two have never seen eye to eye on anything. One of them has to compromise if we're ever going to reach a final decision.
Well, if that's where we're at, looks like it's time to go visit Villemont.
Are you
Let
ready
me guess,
to face the
he was
truth?
also in love with her.
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. But for the sake of our final performance, I'll do whatever it takes. Funny you should ask, though. You really do get what I'm going through right now.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone.
Well, yeah.
MLZ!
Yeah, Furina would be the one that understands like the story the most. Okay. So over there. Okay. Don't worry, I'm just dying a little bit. Actually, thankfully my dog isn't sick
This is
anymore.
tough
She was
going.
sick for a couple days, but she's doing better. Like she was barely eating.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough
No,
already without
She's
a
fine.
roadblock.
She was barely
Don't
eating.
worry.
It was like
we
really.
should all be fine with the traveler
I don't know
here.
how to
We
say
don't
it,
need
like,
to take a detour. Wait, why are you all looking at me? You're not seriously expecting me to fight, are you?
We're just curious, that's all. I don't think anyone's ever seen Furina in a fight before.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all her power so it could be converted into indemnitium. Miss Furina said so herself.
Precisely. And I'm not even the Hydro Archon anymore, so all my
poor
power
Furina.
is gone anyway. As much as it pains me, unfortunately.
Yeah, so it is
should
how I
just
said
stay
it.
put. I'm more like a damsel in distress more than anything.
Yeah, so people know she isn't an Archon anymore.
Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is
Just-
unbearable.
I just don't know why she isn't Archon
Alas,
anymore.
I am forced to watch on helplessly as a more brave and seasoned adventurer than I swoops in to save the day.
Aw, too bad. I was so pumped to feast my eyes on fight mode Furina.
Sorry to leave all the heavy lifting to you.
Don't worry, piece of cake.
Yeah, it's just a couple slimes, right? So, oh,
Stabilize.
Everyone hold in.
oh, we really don't even get the trial of
you
Furina
shall
characters. Oh, right, because I guess she doesn't even have. She doesn't even have a vision. Nice.
Gather.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines
So I
eternal.
wonder how she will get her vision. Right? Because it's
Bravo,
Novelette who
good
gives her
show.
the vision.
You
right?
certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah,
Isn't
thank
it?
you. Anyway, the path
Just
is
kinda
clear
weird
now.
because-
So onwards and upwards.
Guess that's what I remember, right? Oh, right here. Which is weird because we have
Are you there?
multiple Archons saying, "Oh, I
it's you
don't
guys.
give out visions."
Wait, what's
Then
Lady
I think
Furina
I've-
doing here?
Novelette
I can
saying, "Yeah, I
explain.
give Furina her
We've
vision,"
been rounding up the whole troop. We now have everyone except you.
which I guess means that it isn't the Gnosis that
So,
give out visions. It's
You
the
think knowing the truth
Sovereigns?
about the director's disappearance will help you write an ending to the script that pleases everyone?
Maybe it is just Celestia. Then why would Furina get one?
I care just as much as everyone else about making the Little Oceanid a success.
Weird. And why wouldn't
That's
Electro
why
visions have
I
been
wanted to
given
wait
out
until after the
the
show.
last few years?
If I open this can of worms now, I just don't want to make things difficult between us. We're supposed to be a unit when we're on stage.
Viamont, avoiding the truth will not help anyone.
Right?
Unless you mean
Because
to
even
suggest that
though-
Aurelie's death had something to do with you.
I don't want to talk about it.
Because even though
Listen,
A
Viamont,
and the Electro Archon
I used to think
changed
that my
their
love for
minds on
Aurelie was a point
isolation,
of shame. I never brought it up to anyone.
new
But
Electro
now,
visions have still not
I've
been
made up
given
my
out,
mind
right?
to put it all on the table. I'm prepared to face everything, to sacrifice everything for the sake of the show. The Little Oceanid cannot be complete unless we do justice to Aurelie on an emotional level.
This is why people think of you as not being the smart one. As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. Of course, that was nowhere near enough. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing, but even then, the troupe's financial situation was pretty dire. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered us a huge sponsorship. In return, we just had to provide the audience with their drinks during performances. It seemed like a win-win, so I said yes to it on the spot without consulting the director. It was only when the merchant came to deliver the goods that I realized the drink in question was
Oh,
synth.
the hell?
Isn't that the drink peddled by the culprit behind the serial disappearances case?
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. And I told the director everything right away. She was completely shocked as well. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without consulting her. Instead, she contacted the merchant and stated that the troupe could not agree to this collaboration. The merchant was furious, berated us for going back on our word, and threatened to sue us for damages. The amount was astronomical. There was no way we'd be able to pay.
And then?
I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. She said that this was an issue for the whole troupe, and it wasn't my fault.
Okay, so I guess he
Things
blames
only got
himself
worse from there.
for the fact that she got targeted.
The synth merchant just wouldn't let up, and then suddenly the director told us all to leave the city one day. I knew then that things must have reached a boiling point. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, I was even more afraid to say anything.
Huh. Yeah, you brought the director to the attention of the synth dealers.
I got Aurelie killed. There, I said it. Happy now?
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! You knew Aurelie was in danger. Why in God's name didn't you tell us? What do you mean, you were afraid? This was a life and death situation. We could have saved her! How could you be so stupid?
Nah, I'm guessing the answer isn't that easy.
Please,
right?
Try not to get too worked up.
Yeah, listen to him. You need to stay calm.
Stay calm? How can I stay calm? This guy got Aurelie murdered! She was the love of my life! And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth shut for the sake of the show! How about taking some responsibility for what he's done?
All I can say is I'm sorry. Truly. I wanted to apologize to everyone in the troupe, but that won't bring back the director. What good is my apology now? I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back. Beat me up if you want. Kill me if you prefer. It's what I deserve. End my life. So I can meet the director and apologize to her in person.
Get out of my sight! Go! Get lost! I don't ever want to see your face again!
That's enough! You've screamed and shouted at each other for long enough. Now pipe down, both of you! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with your real-life relationships in the troupe? You keep saying that you want to use this final performance to pay tribute to your director and celebrate her life. How can you do that if you're just using it as an excuse to vent your own emotions?
You're right.
Is she?
I'm sorry.
Maybe.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience's attention. And you're all used to seeing the director as the heart of the troupe. But in her own life, her greatest desire wasn't to be the center of attention. I can tell how much she loved you all, and how much she loved the troupe. What she wanted was to build a warm home for all of her brothers and sisters. To shield you all from the storms that rage in the world outside. That's how you should remember her. And that's what you should be celebrating. I understand why you're trying to make her the hero of the story, but isn't she your hero already? After everything she did for you?
Yeah.
So think hard about what that means. And then think again about what you hope to achieve by arguing with each other. If you really hate each other and can't reconcile your differences, then you could just call it quits now. Why bother with the final performance if the group is already fractured? But you can't bring yourself to do that, can you? You care too much about Director Aurelie and the home she built you all to let go. What are you laughing at? I don't see what's so funny.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's just that, for a moment there, it felt like our director was back with us again. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilmont at each other's throats like that, she would have scolded them exactly like you did, in that same stern voice.
Really? But she sounded like such a gentle person.
Of course she was. Even her harshest lectures came from a place of kindness, and it showed. She really was a truly outstanding person.
What you said, it really puts everything into perspective.
I'm truly sorry. I really meant for this to be a genuine apology, but I ended up making it all about me and my self-pity.
It's all right. Let's save all this for after the performance.
So, the ending. What are we gonna do about it?
Clearly, everyone needs to take a step back for now and reflect on what really matters. When emotions are running high, things get lost in the fray. The end of the story needs to focus back on Aurelie herself. She's the true star of the show.
Yeah, it might be
What do you
possible to
mean?
find out what happened to her, right?
The Traveler is right. You once investigated that underwater synth base and recovered items belonging to the victims. If you could find anything that Aurelie left behind, perhaps we can get a better sense of what she went through in her final days.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody would object to the ending of the story being based on Aurelie's true feelings.
No.
Well, we'll leave this in your capable hands.
Come, let's pay a visit to the Palais Mermonia. The rest of you, head back to the rehearsal location for now, and wait for our good news.
Okay, so we're gonna go investigate the synth manufacturing, I guess? Or maybe not? Maybe it counts because we already have explored it? Maybe? Oh, in the Palais Mermonia. Ah, okay, so we did already collect the stuff. It's just like in the Palais. So we're gonna go find it, I guess? Okay. Look, I'm just happy that my Adventurers Guild is no longer blocked off by Furina's request. Honestly, like, however the story ends, I'm already happy with it.
You want to review some recovered items connected to victims of the serial disappearances case? But, that case has been closed for quite a while now. Still, since you were the ones who discovered and submitted the evidence in the first place, you don't actually have to submit an application. Okay, please hold on. I'll have someone dig them out.
No, don't kiss me. I don't want
So,
kisses.
This is all Aurelie left behind. Just whatever she was carrying on her person and this tattered old notebook.
Hey! It's full of script lines! And sketches too! Looks like they show where the different props should be placed on stage.
Let me take a look.
Maybe she's working on the
Maybe
script
there's
for
something
that
in here from after she was
final
kidnapped.
show.
Aha! I found something. To whoever discovers this diary. Let's see. Looks like she kept a detailed record of her captor's actions. She even mentions the truth behind the experiments on dissolving young women. If we'd had the chance to examine this notebook carefully back then, it would have been a conclusive piece of evidence proving Vacher's guilt.
Vacher took so many lives.
I mean, there was a lot of evidence, right?
Unthinkable how many victims he had.
It's still
I guess
proof behind
Aurelie
the
must have written all
doubt
this
that
down
he
in
was
the hope
guilty.
that
Also,
her records would one day be of use to investigators. Wait, it cuts off.
Okay.
Her handwriting here gets patchier and more illegible by the line. She probably didn't have much strength left. Her final words are... I'll let you read them for yourselves.
Someone else was sick, that'd be 6, so perhaps the 7th. Someone tried to escape yesterday, but was caught. She hasn't been since. Was it yesterday when we died? I have a fever. If anyone sees this, troops have, I feel important. Please, farewell, apologize, left from future, regret, Leo. Huh. Because these pages are nice and the writer's pen seems to have wandered and surfaced at random. Only some words can be made out, and barely at that. From this page onward, the diary stops to be replaced with lyrics from musicals. Huh. Some are in the form of newspaper clippings, others are handwritten with many crossings out and changes. It is apparent that the pages have been referenced often, that this was the personal notebook. Huh. Okay.
She was so terrified.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eyes of her troop, but at the end of the day, she was only human. I can't bear to think how painful and lonely her final days must have been. Wait. This part on the last page sounds strangely familiar.
Teto, if you become human, you can reveal your secret to me. You'll face suffering and loneliness. Is it truly what you want? Huh. Oh.
If you become human,
you can
reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Isn't that the most important line in the Little Oceanid?
Because I am an older sister to them.
Huh.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision, even as she sat in silence, waiting for death to come. I'm sure this is what the troupe would have hoped to hear as well. She had their utmost trust, admiration, and love, and she truly deserved it. Let's go. It's time for them to learn Director O'Reilly's final thoughts.
Okay. So... Oh, you have to go here? Can we teleport here? Oh, we can. Okay. Okay, so right here. Yep, there we go. Okay. No, we actually did give them the notebook.
She deserves a hero's farewell. If that's the only way to convey to the audience the courage and selflessness that she showed in the face of death, then it's a meaningful way to end the story.
Even in the last moments of her life, she was still leaving a trail for others to follow.
She did her best to protect as many people as possible, even if it meant sacrificing herself. We know what choice our little Oceanid would have made now. I don't think any more discussion is necessary. Well, Vilmont, if we put the past aside for now, do you think you can bring yourself to go ahead with the show?
Okay, so I guess she really
I will
was...
channel all my regret and put it into my
She really was taken by
to make this a show worthy of our director.
By the weird dudes.
I won't ask for your forgiveness, and you don't need to worry about my feelings. This final farewell show should be about Director O'Reilly and her alone.
Then it seems like we've reached a consensus. I have a feeling that this will turn out to be the most mesmerizing performance of your lives.
Really? How can you be so sure when you've never even seen them perform before?
Come on, Paimon. Don't ruin it.
Don't underestimate my experience. After watching a countless number of musicals, I've learned one important thing. If you want to move the audience with your music, you must fully commit and immerse yourself in your role, pouring all your emotion into your performance. And aren't human emotions, love, hate, regret, and hope, just the most mesmerizing things in this world? I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing this story to life on the stage than they are now.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Miss Furina. And thank you for supporting us through all this.
Then, let's not delay things any longer. We need to discuss the details of the ending and get it nailed down once and for all.
Actually, before that, I'd like to make a proposal. During the curtain call, please allow me to use the director's name instead of my own.
Huh? But then...
After all, this role was originally meant to be played by the director. I'm just filling in for her. Besides, A role commemorating her life should be associated with her name.
Well, if you're sure you're okay with that, I have no objection to it.
Okay. Wouldn't it mean more if they all
Now we're
did the same?
talking like a serious acting troupe. All right, I'll leave you to fine-tune your
whatever.
musical while I go and procure a stage.
These are details, I guess.
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay. Our usual place doesn't need a reservation.
That place? Oh, don't be silly. For an extraordinary show, we need an extraordinary stage. By which I, of course, mean the Opera Epiclese.
Whoa, wait, what?
No. That's never going to work. It's far too fancy for the likes of us.
What are you afraid of? Surely you don't think that Aurelie's story is unworthy of the grandest stage in Fontaine.
No, that's not what I meant.
It is supposed to be your grand finale, right?
Yeah, go big or go home.
I have no problem with it then. How about the rest of you? I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this up, it'll reflect poorly on me too. Come on, we'll need to get the go-ahead from Nerilette. I know just where to find him.
Oh, nice. So we are gonna go talk to Novelette. Still, I do not believe this. What do you mean? God damn it. Whose quest even is this? Roses and muskets. Oh, this is from the quest? From the event, I think? God damn it. Yeah, it is from the event. God damn it. Okay, well. Time to do another random quest before... No, don't hit the microphone. Before doing Furina's story quest. Hey, do you want to go to the floor? Yeah. Come over here. There you go. There. To the floor. No, you're not coming back to my lap. You're too big. Ah, finally. Ah, okay. Okay, let's go. Okay, so I guess now we have to do another random quest. That should be fine, right? Probably, hopefully.
So this is what food from Fontaine is like. It sure is different from what we have in Inazuma. How should I describe it? It seems like you have to go through a lot more steps to make them. And the flavor has many layers too.
Yes. When I first went to Inazuma, I actually thought the food there tasted a little too bland. It took some time for me to get used to it.
Let's get back to the purpose of this trip for a moment, shall we? How have preparations for the film been coming along, Mr. Xavier?
Well, I've already assembled most of the film crew. A lighting specialist, a prop manager, and a costume designer. I've also bought the copyrights from the novel's author.
Oh, it's called The Two Musketeers, right? I read the script you sent me on the way here. The story is pretty good.
The Two Musketeers.
Originally, I was planning to start filming as soon as Sir Kamisato and Lady Ayaka arrived in Fontaine, but I'm afraid I've run into a bit of a problem.
Oh? What is it?
It has to do with the film's investor, Mr. Morris. He suddenly informed me this morning that he's encountered some financial trouble and will be unable to release to me the amount of funding agreed upon.
It's said that Fontaine's legal system is well developed. If he has violated the contract, then can't you simply take him to court over the matter?
Well, I'm still more concerned about filming. Even if I were to take him to court, I'm afraid it would take months before the case could even be heard.
Then, is there a way we could raise funds ourselves to solve the problem?
I've considered that option too, but unfortunately, it's difficult to gather such a large amount of Mora on such short notice. Besides, we have to consider the film festival submission deadline.
Mr. Xavier, if Ayaka and I were willing to perform for free, would that resolve the problem you are currently facing?
What? No, out of the question. To have you come all this way just to act for free? Oh, no, that won't do.
There's no need to worry, Mr. Xavier. My brother and I had actually intended to work for free after receiving your invitation. Inazuma has only recently reopened its borders, and needs to strengthen its relations and cultural ties with other nations. We didn't have many collaboration projects with Fontaine in the past, so we hoped this trip would serve as a good start for the future.
Indeed. You could say that's the real reason why the Yashiro Commission agreed to come to Fontaine.
I understand, but having you two act for free just doesn't seem right.
Not at all. While we're officially here to conduct a cultural survey of sorts, we must express our sincerity if we want to establish formal cultural ties with your nation. This film will serve as proof of friendly cooperation. If you still don't feel...
Let's skip some of this.
All right.
I'm not really very interested in this quest line.
I'll also help you out as a brand sponsor.
Though I am quite interested in this character. Like, she actually looks pretty fun.
Me too. Even though I didn't
I wonder
bring
if with
much more
her
to spend on
abilities
this
are
trip,
like... I
it's
don't
still
know
better than
if she's
nothing.
already been leaked or something.
You are too kind, all of you.
Has she?
I really don't know how to...
I think so.
So, instead...
Oh!
Alright. Pull yourself together, Xavier. Tell us if there are still any open positions.
All right. I originally wanted...
Paimon knows what...
The clapper loader is responsible for using the clapperboard to record and organize the information of each shot. When the camera operator begins shooting, the...
clapperboard?
Yes, that's right. Are you interested in that job?
So that'll be Paimon.
For sure! Paimon's always wanted to try that!
Alright, then you'll be our clapper loader. I can find someone from the store to help with logistics.
Oh, fine by me. As for our camera
Oh, he's great when it comes to using a camera. Paimon can't even count how many things we've taken photos of during our journey.
Yes, that's also what I was thinking. I noticed the Traveler had an eye for photography and...
I'm sure that's due to the Traveler's journey across Teyvat and all the places they've seen.
What do you say,
everyone's just
Traveler?
gonna praise
Are
the
you
Traveler.
interested in the job?
Sure.
Thank you. It really means a lot to me. Come on, friend. Let me give you a big warm hug.
So, all that's left for us to find is a director and an assistant.
Oh, me.
All right, then all we need is a director.
Oh, Furina helped out.
Do you really think Lady...
Isn't that the name of Fontaine's Hydro Archon?
Yep, that's her. She helped out a theater troupe not too long ago, and now she's taking up work as a director.
Well,
She?
I saw that musical.
Wait, is it spoilers? Come on. Come on,
Don't let her
Paimon. What the hell?
former identity intimidate you.
We haven't
She's
finished
the
that
best
quest
candidate
yet.
we can think of right
In
now.
fact, we have to
Fine.
do this one
You're
before
right,
completing
Chiori.
it.
Then I'll have to ask
We
the
literally
Traveler
have
and
no
Paimon to
choice
show
in
me
the
the way
matter.
to Lady...
Do you need us to also come along?
No, there's no need to trouble. Just leave this town.
Very well.
I'll go with you.
And don't worry, we
Well,
won't
if you're just gonna
simply
keep
All
giving
right,
us
then I'll-
spoilers, I'll just skip this even harder.
But
Isn't the fun to know to do something like that? I agree with Yoimiya.
alright then.
Man, look at that fancy hair.
But will
What the
that
hell?
really be enough? We'll be at...
You're right. We need to...
Huh? You want something even sweeter than...
Yes. We'll need a gift that's...
Well, look at them!
Huh? Okay. We get to... Nope, we don't get to continue. God damn it. Okay, well, guess we're gonna have to teleport here. God damn it. So we're just gonna see even more spoilers for the quest. God damn it. Ah, well. Okay. Oh, we didn't even get to go inside.
This is where Furina lives.
just get to see the shadows moving at top speed. What the hell? Who's knocking before afternoon tea?
Who are you?
Lady Furina.
Hello.
Oh yeah, she does have a vision.
Is that the traveler in Paimon I see behind you?
I'm Chiori.
Ah, the one from Chioria Boutique. So, what are you all doing here? Do you need something?
Did you just get up, Furina? It's already past noon, you know. Huh? Oh, Paimon means the weather is so nice in the afternoon and the sun is so warm. Just like how you make us feel. Sleeping in late is a really smart idea.
No. I was just up late last night reading some novels. What does sleeping in have to do with the weather?
This is a small gift we've prepared for you, lady.
No need to be so formal. I'm just a regular person like everyone else now. Oh, is this Fontinalia mousse? It's one of my favorites.
That's great! So, actually, there's something we need your help with. Given your renowned passion and understanding of drama, I would like to ask that you serve as the director of our film crew.
Oh, but didn't you just say that you're a director?
Yes, but for this particular project, I'm mainly working as a producer. Besides, I'm sure that your understanding of the performing arts far surpasses my own, Lady Furina.
Are the Traveler and Paimon also part of the film crew?
Fine.
Yep, we sure are. Paimon's the clapper loader and he's the camera operator.
Camera operator?
Even my dog is here
to
see if I'm doing
technical
okay.
job, and it directly affects the final quality of the film.
Thank you for coming to check up on me.
Are you really up to it?
I have
No,
experience.
I'm not questioning your abilities. It's just that I've never really seen you use a camera before.
Really?
Maybe you can come up with a test for the Traveler if he can satisfy.
All right. How about this? Very good. Are you ready? I have. Okay. Grab the camera and I'll give you a.
Oh, wait, we're gonna. God damn it. Oh, so we have to do like one of the event minigames, okay? God damn it, can't we just continue the quest? The scene that shows off the workshop, so I guess this. We need the scene that shows off the forging machine at work, so that one. The scene that shows off the atmosphere as Estelle works relaxedly, so I guess this one. Scene that shows off the weapons arranged in boxes. So that. The scene that shows off the Momo workshop. Guess it would be one of these, but I guess that one. Oh, there's narration to all of them. Oh. 222. Okay. Yep, there we go. Well, that's pretty easy at least. Okay. What is it talking? There, it's okay. There, you get some kisses. You happy now? Are you looking at me like that?
It appears that you have more skill than I
don't
thought.
have any snacks for you, okay?
All the shots
That's
had a
gonna
great
put you in my lap
composition,
again.
and I could really feel a connection to the characters and their lines.
Yeah!
What if I
failed? Agree to be our director, Furina?
Did you think I would agree just like that? In fact, if
No.
others...
Hey,
Stop giving spoilers!
Huh?
You know how much you're with...
Well, I can offer you this much?
What? That's all? If Nervylet were to hear of this, he could charge you with underpaying your labor.
I'm sorry, but our crew is in a tight financial spot at the moment.
I see. Well, even though it's highly unlikely now that I'll join your crew, there's still something I—
our script isn't—
Huh? Wait, you mean the
Oh, so Furina—
Of course I read it! I see. It all makes sense.
Not really. The novel's author transferred the copyright to me practically for free once he heard that I wanted to make a film.
He probably just wants to get his name out there. So, it reminds me of a delivery courier who wears one of my designs while traveling all across Teyvat. I didn't charge her much for the outfit either.
Oh, so she...
The exposure she provides
so
for
she
my
is
brand
Kirara's, like,
is
boss?
well worth it.
So, are you—
Well, ahem.
Okay.
Oh!
Stop giving spoilers.
Absolutely,
okay,
no problem. So...
Yes, I mustn't let a perfectly good story be There's no more. There's a lot that goes into shooting a film. And by the—
Yes, I've thought—
Me? If this— Navia can also use firearms, but unfortunately—
Could we ask the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol?
Oh, you mean the special
Yes, that's right. They work with muskets.
They would be under—
No need to go to—
Oh, you do?
Go on.
No particular reason. In return, it'd be best to—
She sounds professional enough.
But I imagine—
Well, it just so
Well,
happens
as long as there
that
aren't
she's
any more
also not the
spoilers,
kind
I
of
guess.
person that's just after Mora. As for whether she has time, I'll have to go and ask her first.
Then I'll leave—
No problem.
Of
I just have to
course,
skip.
I'll be
Oh,
sure to—
nope.
I didn't ask for the clapper loaders.
Then let's get going.
By the way—
Actually—
I just have to skip all of Furina's dialogue.
It seems the
Don't give me spoilers, okay. Okay, can I go back? Nope. God damn it. This is what happens when you leave a bunch of quests to do at the last moment and then choose one of them. God damn it. Okay, I need to clean up my quest log. I have way too many
All
quests.
right.
They keep conflicting with each other.
But
The worst part is that they're all like,
The one with an eye patch reading in front of the newsstand.
they're all in Fontaine. Just there aren't any quests left in all the other regions.
kinda intimidating.
Please wait
Oh,
here
that's
for a
the
moment.
new
I'll go
character
fetch
that's
her.
gonna be released, right?
She's working now, so
Shift
you
goes or something?
might not want—
Working? But is it—
Just trust me.
Oh, Chiori sure is a mysterious person.
The court of Fontaine isn't particularly tolerant of visitors from overseas, so it isn't easy for a foreigner to promote their brand here. Even more so in the competitive world of fashion. Even a local like me just trying to make a film has to face all kinds of challenges. So I can only imagine what Chiori has been through to—
Reading on the job?
Detective novel.
One main character?
No. Multiple. Branching storylines.
I see. How's the plot coming along?
One of the main characters is about to make a choice that will affect the rest of his life. I'd wager he's going to make the wrong choice.
Any way to speed things up?
You know that doesn't depend on me. It all comes down to what the character chooses.
Which is exactly why I'm here to help.
Okay, so okay. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense, I guess. So she is actually investigating.
All right. It appears he made the wrong choice in the end.
Halt! Huh? What's going on?
Yep, there we go.
Hand over whatever you're holding.
Oh, it's just a book. I didn't buy anything else.
Then I'm sure you wouldn't mind letting me have a look.
Excuse me, officer. I don't mind you standing around here, not purchasing anything, but I'd prefer if you didn't disturb my customers. It's bad for business, you know?
Don't give me that act. You won't be able to get off so easily either. I am Chevras, captain of Fontaine's Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. I will say this one last time. Hand over whatever you're holding at once. And before you do anything unwise, let me remind you that I'll have you on the ground before you can even think about making a run for it.
All right. I'll give it to you. But please let me say something first. If there's any contraband in that book, then the shopkeeper here is the one who slipped it in. I don't have anything to do with this.
Man, they're already
Like
burying
you.
each other.
Trying to leave me on the hook, huh? You were the one who said you wanted it.
Save it for the interrogation room. Take them away, Letelier.
Man, they immediately started turning on each other, huh?
What's going on here? 1 second you're reading a book and the next you're escorting people away.
And who are... Oh! Aren't you the traveler who's been all over the papers recently? Chiori, I'm assuming what you wanted to ask me about has to do with them, right? Maybe I can let you in on what's happening then. Now that Vacher has been brought to justice, no new shipments of synth will be made and distributed to sellers. The Fontaine guards have been busy collecting the remaining synths still circulating on the market. Thanks to a tip from our reliable source here, this should be the very last batch.
Oh, so you were pretending to read a book in order to catch the bad guys. Oh, Paimon almost forgot to introduce ourselves. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler and Xavier.
Hey,
so
I'm Chevron.
everything is still
You probably
talking
already
about,
heard me
everyone is
introduce
still talking
myself,
about
so I won't bother
serial
repeating it.
disappearances case.
Yeah, why didn't you make a move as soon as you had the chance? Were you worried that my intel wasn't accurate?
No, I wanted to see if the shopkeeper would turn himself in first. All he had to do was come up to me and say that he didn't know where the synth had come from. If he did that, then I wouldn't have had to press charges on him.
He had the whole day to turn the synth over to Chevreuse. But instead, the moment I came up and blocked Chevreuse's line of sight, he took the opportunity to sell it off.
Yep, he made the wrong choice, even though the right choice was right there in front of him.
But you knew they wouldn't make the right choice.
Yeah, I knew. I was just hoping I'd be wrong for once. Enough about that, though. What did you want to ask me about?
Oh, you see, it's like this.
Okay, so we're asking her to be in the
Musketeers.
movie. Yeah.
You certainly have a good eye for a story. So what do you need me to do? Just be the action choreographer for the actors?
Yes, that's right. I want to make sure we get all the details right. I want the actor's posture and understanding of firearms to be as realistic as possible. However, I'm afraid this work will require a bit of your time, since you'll have to be present whenever we're filming. Also, as for the pay...
No need to say any more. I'll join.
Huh? Just like that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Really? You're willing to help us with our humble film project?
Sure, it's no big deal. As I said, we've wrapped up our investigation here, so I don't have any other tasks on my plate for the moment. Besides, I personally really like this novel. I even have the collector's edition at home. Stories where justice prevails over evil never get old for me.
Then we've got a deal?
Yes, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Oh my! I can hardly believe it! I should tell Lady Furina immediately. Oh, and I must tell the prop manager and lighting technician to get everything ready. We start filming tomorrow!
Calm down, Xavier. The film is going to take more than just a day to finish. Still, I should also head back now and start preparing the actors' costumes and makeup.
Alright, guess that's it for today then.
Traveler, Paimon, please stay for a moment. I have something to tell you.
Then I'll take Xavier back. Poor thing. He's so excited that he can't even walk straight anymore. I don't want to spend our first day fishing. He'd better.
Hey, come on. I want to get back to Furina's story quest. God damn it. Oh, wait. Yes, finally. It's back. Oh, finally. Okay. We're back to Furina's story quest. Okay, so we're finding Novilette to let us use the Opera Epiclese. Okay.
Hey,
Look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just...
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you too, traveler in Paimon. What might I assist you with today?
I would like to book the Opera Epiclese for an event. You see...
I understand. The process for booking the Opera Epiclese is complex and can be somewhat cumbersome. But given that the request is coming from the three of you, I see no reason to make things unduly difficult. The story of the little Oceanid is most fascinating. I'm looking forward to seeing it performed on stage. I will say, however, that I am surprised to see your passion for the performing arts rekindled after all that has happened.
Huh? What do you mean? Do I look excited?
Yes, and this is the first time that I've seen you like this since your departure from deityhood.
At first, I just felt bad about rejecting them, so I wanted to learn a little bit more about their situation. But one thing led to another, and...
I still just want to see how she gets her vision. That's all I want.
In the past, we sat in our high chairs in the court, giving our opinions on isolated cases, all while knowing very little about the human stories behind each and every one. Maybe it's because I finally become an ordinary person and gained my freedom, but I've developed a great sense of curiosity about their lives.
I am truly delighted to see you find a new lease on life. Now that you've regained some confidence, have you had any thoughts regarding a return to the stage?
Why would you suddenly ask a question like that?
Well, if the Little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, it will no doubt become a classic. Many theater companies are certain to add it to their repertoire. The experiences and decisions of the protagonist Cleo are all modeled after your own. Naturally, this makes you eminently suited to playing the leading role. It would truly be a shame if you did not take this opportunity to allow audiences to enjoy your outstanding acting talents once more.
Haven't I already made myself clear? I won't act or perform in any role ever again. No exceptions. Nor do I think it is any great shame. There is no lack of fine actors or inspirational stories, either on or off the stage. This experience is a case in point. I feel like I've learned a lot, and it has already been well worth the price of admission. I must admit, though, I'm a little envious. They're quite fortunate to be able to bid farewell to their past in such a magnificent manner.
I see. Well, I'm glad to learn that you have found a role to play that you enjoy, be it on the stage or not. I sincerely hope the show will serve as the grandest of finales. I will have my staff book the date and mail the relevant paperwork to the troupe once the details are confirmed.
Thanks, Nervalette.
You are very welcome.
Okay, so now we're gonna tell them the news. So it's kind of weird that we haven't, we haven't really fought with Furina yet. Well, like we haven't gotten like the trial for her character, I guess, which is what you would usually get in the quests. Oh well, I'm sure it's fine.
Good news, everyone. It's done. The Opera Epiclese is booked.
Yeah,
thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, Monsieur Nervalette was moved to provide us with a fitting stage for this special performance. We've had to fight every step of the way for this opportunity, but we now have all of the ingredients necessary to stage a truly spectacular performance. A touching story, a magnificent venue, and last but not least, a passionate and dedicated cast. Now, let's work together and make this show the best it can be.
This is truly wonderful.
Why are you scratching me again?
The sooner we can finalize the ending, the more time we'll have to rehearse. Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few things. I think it's really going to resonate with the audience now.
I know you can't see my dog, but she is very cute and she is scratching me a lot. I don't like it.
That's great!
Communication is vital to any good
Wanna
performance.
come back up to my lab? Fine.
Look at us.
Fine.
We've come so far. I never could have pictured this scene a few days ago.
It's amazing! Even though Furina's still being a bit of a drama queen about it all, she's really fired everyone up!
Okay.
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have.
But
we really value your input.
There we go.
Hey, Loic, get over here. Time to practice the opening number.
Oh, nice. Oh, so this is just a loading screen. Oh, no, this is not. Okay.
Cursed
Come on,
Cleo.
you're blocking the camera.
She stole the waters of life from us.
Like this.
She's a fraud.
There you go.
And she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her. The ignorance and hatred of our people is to blame. How can we hope to win back the water's favor if we don't change our ways?
This guy could be useful. Take him hostage. If Cleo wants him back, she'll have to show herself.
Leave this place, O little Oceanid, and never, ever look back!
Thought that was the ending? It's a crappy ending. Oh, no.
Everyone's really throwing themselves into their roles. I haven't seen such a fine performance in a long time. If only...
What should we do? It's almost time for her to take
Oh,
the
she's
stage.
sick. Okay.
Why does it have to be now?
Hey, what's going on? You're due on stage any second now. Oh no, not again. But why? What about your new meds? Did they stop working?
They've been getting less and less effective over time. I've had to keep increasing my dose.
What? I thought they cure it. So they were only managing your symptoms?
I figured whatever it took to get me through this final performance.
How could you do this to yourself? And after that lecture you gave me about not looking after my health.
I'm sorry. I've let everyone down.
You... This is a conversation for another time. How can the show go on without its star performer?
Miss Furina, I'd like to make a request of you.
Okay, that was pretty
Say
obvious.
no more. If you're sick, you need to rest. I know what you're going to ask. Loic, your character has no more scenes, correct?
Oh, yeah. I think my scenes are all done. Although, I do have one more line. But I guess another guy in the troupe with a similar voice register could take it. Why?
Please take Delphi back to her place to rest. I'll sing the finale. From the sublime to the ridiculous. After all that, everything's come
So she
full
is going to play.
Thank you, Miss Furina. I'm so sorry to put you in this position after everything you said.
Ah, well, I'm
Never
sure it's fine.
What's done is done.
I'm guessing
It's
it will
really
be
my
on
own fault
stage
for
that she
getting
gets her
in too
vision.
deep.
Probably, possibly.
No one likes regrets, myself included. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse so many times that I've learned Cleo's part by heart.
I do not doubt your acting skills, but please allow me to ask just one more question. After all, this show is dedicated to the life and legacy of our director. What, in your opinion, is the reason Cleo shines so brightly?
It's her pure heart. Despite all the pain and loneliness she had to endure.
Yeah, so she really is just talking about herself.
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly in your hands.
Okay, I guess so that'll be the cutscene. Like the animated one? Here we go.
Is she here yet?
Let's get here!
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle nourrit, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My wish.
Ah, it's actually a really good cutscene.
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je suis, serai toujours là, à voir le monde et s'inventer. Et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Ah, so so she really did get her vision. Ah, nice. So wait, who gave it to her? Was it Celestia? That was way too artistic for me to understand. So was it Celestia or was it Neuvillette? Ow! Ow! Okay, fine, jump. Ow, my leg.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just now? She hasn't been seen for a while now, and she just appears out of nowhere? Gotta say, though, her acting skills are as superb as ever.
The little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name. What's going on? I don't know. Maybe it's just a doppelganger.
So they're not even sure if it really is a real Furina or not.
They didn't use my name during the curtain call either. Hopefully, not too many people recognized me. It's too bad that I had to break the one clear rule I'd managed to make for myself, even if I had no choice. Still, I have to admit that, despite everything,
I'm sure everything will be fine,
it
right?
felt good to be back on the stage again.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss
There we go.
Furina.
Hey, that's not what we agreed on.
Oh, so it was Furina after all. She's back.
Honestly, what is he doing? He should have run that by me first.
All right, calm down, don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's been the rule in Fontaine since ancient times that everyone's work, visible or invisible, is equally deserving of recognition.
Yes, I know the rule, but It should still be applied on a case-by-case basis. I wasn't ready for this
Oh,
yet.
so there really is a vision there.
No big deal. What's the worst that could happen?
God damn it. They're not even acknowledging it. God damn it.
Oh, yeah? Well, since you think it's so easy, you can sign them for me.
This is a great chat and all, but can we talk about that crazy thing that happened during the show? It nearly gave Paimon a heart attack. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to be and was about to drop the prop vision, and then suddenly, a real one popped out of thin air!
That.
Finally, okay.
I've got no idea what happened there either. But hey, it worked pretty well, didn't it? I'll bet the audience has never seen such a realistic prop.
Wait, what about Dolphy? I wonder how she's doing.
Oh, let's go check on her as soon as we finish clearing the stage.
Yes. Plus, she'll definitely want to hear how the end of the show went. If nothing else, we can safely say that we accomplished what we set out to do.
Okay, so we're gonna go check on the lady and the fat guy. Okay, let's go. Come on, I want to reach the end so I can ask Furina about her vision. Seriously, are people really just not gonna acknowledge it any further than, hey, that happened? Really? Really? Oh yeah, the gods give you physical manifestation of your magical powers. Oh yeah, that was convenient, wasn't it? Well, anyway. Seriously.
Ah, you're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original medication. From experience, though, I'd say she still needs a few more days of rest.
How did the performance go? Was it a success? Did the audience like it?
You'll be glad to know it was fantastic! Also, you're not gonna believe what happened while Furina was on the stage. You'll probably be able to read all about it in the Steambird first thing tomorrow morning.
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry I failed to see it through to the end. I guess I was wrong to try and tough it out to begin with.
No, don't worry about it. Like they told me after announcing my name during the curtain call, everyone's work deserves recognition. Even though you couldn't see it through to the final scene, the audience was very impressed by your performance.
Yeah,
It's safe to say that
anyway,
you
right?
made your mark on this memorial show.
Well, one way or another, we did it. I've had bad luck ever since I was born, so I never expect things to go smoothly in life. I'm just happy to know that we went out on a high note. That's all that matters.
Blaming your bad luck again, are we? Maybe if you didn't push yourself past your limits so much, your illness wouldn't be flaring up all the time.
Oh, don't you start. I don't have the energy to argue with you right now.
Aw, you two clearly care a lot about each other.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You mean we never stop arguing with each other?
So, any plans for the next
Paimon
step?
is not impressed.
After the brilliant performance you put on, the reputation of your troupe is sure to spread through Fontaine like wildfire. You won't have to disband if you don't want to. You could capitalize on the rave reviews and license out the Little Oceanid to the bigger theater troupes out there. That would do wonders for your financial situation.
No, we should still disband.
Yeah, it's what we all agreed to.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space. But maybe our paths will cross again one day.
Hey, don't just
Poor guy. He still blames himself. Oh well.
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance, I think I'm starting to understand our director's infatuation with musicals.
You should do it. It suits you. I'd originally hoped to keep performing too, but I don't know if my health will allow me to.
Oh, so now you finally got your priorities in order. I guess I'll hold off until you've properly recovered as well. What about you, Miss Furina? Any future plans?
So I guess now is when it's revealed that
frankly,
she's going to become a director.
A return to obscurity is no longer an option for me. I'm sure a slew of consultancy requests will hound me wherever I go until I finally acquiesce. You rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the end of the show.
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. What I meant to say is that this whole experience has shown me that perhaps I'm not as averse to a return to the stage as I'd previously imagined. Maybe Nervilette was right. Maybe Cleo is the right role for me. I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else, but I do have a desire to express myself. So, maybe the show will go on for me after all. Yeah. There was once a time when I was an actress in a masquerade, seeking only to hide the truth. But from now on, I want to spend my time learning real stories
so we really
about
don't get
real
to
people.
you really
and
don't
how
get
they
to
touch the lives of others
use her in the
around them.
battle.
I want to watch
surprising.
them blossom and wither, see them refined on the page, retold on the stage, and remembered long into the future. I'm sure this is what captivated director O'Reilly as well.
Sounds like
That's
you're ready to
interesting.
stop running from your
Is there
true
any
calling.
other story
The more
quest
you
where we
get out into the
don't
world, the
get to
more
play
you'll
with the character?
discover what a fascinating...
Then it's a deal.
Is there
If a
any?
vision is a gift from the gods, then I should do my best to honor it.
Ta-da! There we go. Finally. Okay, where's Furina? There we go.
It's ironic to think that in my whole time as a god, I could only ever dream of receiving this kind of power. And now that the gods have given me their blessing, it actually feels more like I'm finally able to take my fate in my own hands. Is that how humans feel about it as well?
Oh, we don't actually get to ask her questions. Like if she even knows where visions come from. Would Nervilette know? I guess we never really asked him, did we? Oh well. It'll be fine. Oh well. Oh, but we actually got to do what we set out to do, which was to finish Furina's story quest. There was a lot of interruptions, I guess. We kept being interrupted to go do other quests, but I think that's fine. We still managed to finish the one story quest that we planned to. But yeah. I think we'll leave it off here for now, because I actually do need to go do some stuff. Hey, should we?
But where are those who share the memory?
Oh, hold on. Wait, oh. Wait, there's keybinds to change the scenes? Oh, wait, so if I do... interesting. So wait, if I do this... Interesting, huh? So wait, hold on. You guys are not gonna see anything that I'm doing, but don't worry about it. So wait, if I go here, then I rename this one. I do something like okay, sure. Do something like this. Go here. Rename. Something like this. Nope. Name this into something like this. Yeah, I know you guys can't see anything. You just see me changing scenes, but don't worry about it. So, okay, if I go here now, okay, nope, nothing happens. If I go to OBS, yeah, it does. Okay, that's interesting. I did not know that was a thing that existed. But yeah, hey, always learning, huh? But yeah, as I was saying, I'm gonna have to leave for now. So, so I think we'll leave off our stream here for today at least. But yeah, it should be fine. But yeah. Okay. Do I have any announcements to make? Remember to visit my YouTube and TikTok if you want to see our shorts. I'm still dying. Don't worry about it. Yeah, visit my Twitter. I do not post anything there except when I'm going live. But that's fine. I think probably I repost some history stuff sometimes. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for joining me. I hope everyone had fun. I hope everyone has a good. How do you say it in English? New Year's? Yeah, that's it. Hope everyone has a good New Year's. Hope everyone starts the year with the right foot. And I'll see you all next Saturday. Bye-bye. Bye.